Welcome everyone to another episode of the Definitive Crusade. I'm your host, joining the machine, Hughes. Joining me, we'll go from the big pond first this time. Freya, how's it going?
It's going great.
Excellent. And then a short hop across the short pond, although Brexit might have you say otherwise in about a week's time. We have Tracy. Tracy, how's it going?
I am procrastinating greatly today.
Oh,
yes.
Procrastinating. There's
Yes.
a big $10 word
Telling you,
for a podcast.
I'm so eloquent today.
Should you
All
not
I'm
be
doing is bullshitting.
Should you not be podcastinating? Is that not what?
I'm kind of doing that too. I was podcasting and I was also trying not to do what I need to have done for the weekend, but you know. I'll do it tomorrow. It's fine. I have enough time.
So there you go, everyone. Don't do today what you put off to tomorrow is not the phrase. That is the opposite of the phrase.
Yeah.
It's a certain.
Listen, guys, you're working plenty of time. Don't be like me and leave it till the last minute and then be like meh and then have an absolute heart attack tomorrow because I won't have enough time to get stuff to the printers. Don't do it, kids. Stay in school. Be good. All that jazz. Say no to drugs. Just say no.
And this public service announcement was brought to you by the procrastination of Tracy.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So we're going to run through a few of the comic books that we have coming out today for you. So, should we start with the big guy and work our way down? Do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So we have Batman '68, written by 9-panel man Tom King. With art by a plethora of people, including Amanda Connor, Dan Panosian, John Timms, and Mikkel Janin, depending on your point of view. Colours are by Paul Mounts and John Timms, with the always fantastic Geordie Belair, and letters by seemingly omnipresent Clayton Cowles. Who would like to take this off first?
I could.
Go, fire away. Take it away.
Okay, so Batman 68. What to say about this thing? So I was a little confused at first, and then I went, "Oh, okay, this isn't real." Okay, I'm gonna start with something positive. Okay. I enjoyed the whole Bruce and Clark bachelor party, which is the most boring bachelor party I've ever seen in my life. With just two guys. It's a little more of like an awkward first date than anything else. Also, I did kind of like how Batman was drawn in certain panels. He had like really dark circles around his eyes. I don't know. I kind of like that look for him. But other than that, okay, that was my positive. So,
all right,
and she's off.
Get yourself comfortable.
Okay, I'll give one more thing. I like the psychedelic, watery. I don't even know what they're in because I'm not huge on Superman. Whatever.
The pleasure pool.
The pleasure pool. We all want to be there.
That thing, that psychedelic thing. Yeah, that's awesome. However, okay, now it'll end. So, yeah, this artwork is kind of it's hit and miss with me. Like I love the colors. Colors were fantastic. And at least everyone has a face, even the people in the background, that's plus. But I don't like the art style. I'm just gonna leave it at that. I don't like it. It's not my thing. It doesn't seem like it fits a Batman book at all. It kind of felt Saturday cartoony to me.
Okay.
So I didn't like it. Also, I was hoping for like a legit bachelorette party from the cover, and I did not get that. We get like a really creepy stripped. Okay, I don't. Who? Okay, Lois.
Would you not love Tree Superman fucking stripping there for you? Would that not be your ideal fantasy?
whatever. But the fact that Lois is married to that man and she's all right with Catwoman being like, yeah, let's do this. I mean,
Let's
she's
look
in
at your husband's junk in 3 times.
Yeah.
Not just 1, but 3.
free. Yeah, it's like, okay, Lois, you're into some weird stuff. Also, because
I'd say
I don't
she is.
she's a freak.
Yeah.
Also, the fact that Superman has suits that would actually fit these 2 women is amazing.
It's the Fortress of Solitude, so things get shifted around to make things be the way they
Unstable
should.
molecules. That's what it is.
Oh.
Unstable molecules.
Yeah, can I also say that Catwoman's sleeve disappears in what page was it? Oh god, I don't even know what page it is. When Superman's stripping and it's showing them, her sleeve disappears. Like it's there and it's not. It's weird.
It's okay. Maybe she just ripped it off.
She just ripped it off in one panel as the button falls.
Yeah, she's like, oh.
Yeah. Overall, I did. Also, how comfortable are those stupid crystals? Because that would be the most uncomfortable
Massage bed? I know, right?
Chest would like be like pressed up against these cold, hard, just painful crystals, and then they're pushing on your. That would be the most uncomfortable massage.
And a massage from Superman anyway, but one of his pretend Superman. That's not. They're not licensed professionals. You don't know what harm they're doing to you.
Yeah. Well, you got to remember that you said Lois is into some freaky stuff, so
Yeah, maybe she does the pleasure painting.
Anyway, it's not for me. I don't like it.
I don't like my fictitious heroes having fictitious funk going on.
But if they're gonna put something like that in a book, at least put something like that in a book. Don't do this weird, awkward. I don't even know.
They done your favorite thing when they were swearing.
Don't remind me. It only happened once, so I was giving it a pass. I hate that. I hate it.
Every time I see that in a comic now, I just think of you, and I giggle.
I'm glad I made an impact on you, Tracy.
You have, Freya, more than you know.
Confession time, I do exactly the same thing. I was like, every time I look at a book and it's got fake swearing, I'm like, oh, Freya, what are you going to say?
Annoying. Just swear if you're going to swear. Come on.
Yeah.
It's always, what would Freya say in this moment? And then go, that's kind of how it works.
Yeah.
Right, so the Amanda Connor tinged art wasn't quite for you. It's a shame because I think Dan Panozzi, the last time we saw him was in the Batgirl Nightwing Tryst.
Yeah,
which I think
was really good.
Which worked really well. Here it's not so, I guess, evident. Tracy, what did you think of Batman 68?
I agree with Freya predominantly. I had a good giggle at the girls on their bachelorette party. I thought, hey, if this was real, it'd be hilarious. Hey, Supergirl, will you fly us to the Fortress of Solitude so that we can just, get freaky? Why not? Poor Bruce sitting there looking at Soup. Soup's going, let me tell you about marriage. It was funny, but it was stupid in so many ways. And then he's like, oh, you didn't have to come with me when I collect them. Oh, I didn't want you to drop her. She's precious. Fuck off. It's ridiculous. I'm sorry. It's just ridiculous. But I did like the freaky deaky. Like, I thought, hey, look at them in the pool. And then all of a sudden, right, they both jumped in with their clothes on, right? And then Lois takes her shoes off and jumps in. And then the next panel, they're like naked. Does the water like dissolve their clothes? Is that why they had to get into the super suits?
Yeah.
You know what
Let's
I mean?
go with you.
The stripping Superman, we've seen Batman's junk, so why couldn't we see Superman's junk? I don't know.
This is Teen Book, not Teen Plus.
I don't care. I'm just saying. The artwork was such a mishmash on jumping from story arc. It just didn't look right. It wasn't cohesive. I just said the infamous panels of Plenty was also fun, but it's a stupid story that you wish was real. And as Freya said, the cover, you have all the girls. You see Harley, you see Ivy, and you're like, oh my god, it's gonna be deadly. And then it's just the two of them. And you're like, oh, okay. But then,
Pathetic bachelorette party when only Lois Lane shows up.
But then I do have a question, guys. Are you my
Go on.
friend?
Yeah.
Are you my friend? Fuck off.
Ash, I said yes. What more do you want?
Not you, darling. Selena Kyle can fuck off.
Bless. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Batman 68. So this Nightmare storyline, it's been going on so long that I kind of forgot it was actually a storyline. There kind of just seems to be a mismatch of different issues going on. So Tom King's managed to make a story out of this that seems to drag on. I don't know if I'm talking about this or Heroes in Crisis. I've got to be honest, it's kind of like the same vibe every time. It wasn't until the final panel I was kind of like, oh yeah, he's supposed to be trapped in Arkham. I got it. And what makes it worse, of course, is that this story's been running. It's been extended by the fact you've had the Flash crossover chucked in there for good measure as well, just to make it even more, drawn out. The orchestra of artists didn't really float my boat. I like Amanda Conner. I think she's great, but I don't like her on Batman. I like her on stuff like Power Girl and Harley, where it has that level of comedy in it. At the Pleasure Pool, I'm sure I saw the Power Girl issue back when Amanda Conner was on it, when Power Girl and Terra spent some time in One Underground, which is fine, I guess. But I kind of agree that the art's just a tad too cartoony, and I don't know what's scarier as a nightmare, the fact that Bruce is trapped in Arkham or his bachelor party is just him and Superman. Where's Dick Grayson? Where's all the other people he hangs out with? Alfred's not even in it. You'd think you'd give Alfred the night off. But, the awkwardness was it is what it is. I think this book needs to find some traction. I think it needs to get back to the point. And as much as you can, for the first time in ages this week, you can go down your comic book shop and you can get Batman 68 and you can get Detective at the same week. So you can actually compare and contrast the different writing styles, where you've got something that's a little bit more punchy and a little bit more action orientated in Detective versus something that's a little bit more drawn out.
Wishy-washy is the word you want to use.
Was it? All right.
Wishy-washy.
Drawn out. Then Batman 68. So it'd be interesting to see which kind of goes. I think for a while I've kind of lent on the detective side more than Batman. I just want to get back to regular scheduled programming, please. These long-winded, wishy-washy storylines they're all right every now and again, but it's like every month I'm picking up a book that has the same feel as the last issue that I read. I don't think I want something a little bit more for my book. No, thanks. Cheers. If we can get on that, that'd be great. And as for bachelor parties, mine was just me, my father-in-law to be, my stepson, my brother-in-law to be, and his kid sat around watching UFC getting drunk. So there you go. How boring is that, right?
No, there's nothing wrong with that. At least you were doing stuff. You were watching, UFC getting drunk, like.
There was an interesting story which I'll tell you all about later, but never mind. We'll stick to the comic books for now.
It's not for the pod. Yeah, I understand.
Not for the pod. All right, this week also. So those that are listening will recognise that we are without Josh. Of course, the audio guy will probably have some sort of fit. He'll probably go into some sound like epileptic seizure as he recognises there's only 3 voices on this. So, audio guy, I say to you, take your best shot. Bring it on.
Challenge set.
We interrupt this regularly scheduled podcast for a special message from the audio guy, Johnny the Machine Hughes. Challenge accepted, my friend.
Okay, whoa. that was weird. Not sure how I got here, but hey, I'm here. So I guess we'll just kind of run with it. What's up, guys? It's a random dude, Josh, and apparently the audio guy brought me here. Not sure how. Weird. But let me at least add my piece to the review from Batman 68. I would Lois and Selena was fantastic. I agree with Tracy that whatever that pool is that they went into that apparently makes their clothes disintegrate, that was kind of weird, but hilarious at the same time. I did find it humorous that they changed the robots into their male super strippers. I thoroughly enjoyed the book. It was a great read. The artwork was definitely very colorful. I enjoyed it for what it is. So yeah, that's my 2 cents on it. And I'm not sure what's going on, but I think the audio guy is taking me away. Later.
And on that note, this week also sees 2 comic book series from DC coming to an end. We're going to talk about the first one now. Tracy, this was your call. For some crazy ass reason, I don't know why you've picked this, but hey ho. Scooby Apocalypse number 36. It's the final issue, written by J.M. DeMatteis, art by Pat Orliff, inks by Tom Palmer, colour by Hi-Fi, and letters by Travis Lanham. Tracy, Roast.
I reviewed the first issue of this, and then I made you read a middle issue of this some time ago. So I felt it was only fitting that I would talk about the last one.
Just so you know, Green Lantern will be on the next pod.
I don't mind.
Guaranteed.
I will do that for you, because I understand how hard this was for you to read. It was hard for me to read it too. Right, it's the end of the series. They're finally found a way to, sort out the apocalypse, this evil Velma-made virus that's taken over the world, that's become a sentient being. She's preggers, Fred's still a frozen dead dude with some kind of weird power. And sacrifices are made, people die, babies are born, and all is good in the world. And Scooby Doo is finished. It's not really that good. The storyline, this was a very long arc. This was a very long series. If you're into that kind of stuff, like if you're into the Scooby Doos and you're into the kind of, I can't even put anything with it that I can think is a good match with it. I didn't really like the artwork either. There was a lot of squished up, people together. There was some really ridiculous looking body parts. There was one particular character who was melting, but it just looked like they'd drawn a face on a gummy bear and some lines. But it's over now, so, hooray.
All right, okay, Freyja.
So this, okay.
I had to do it. I felt like I had to end it since I started it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's yeah, I agree. The guy looks like a melting gummy bear.
Yeah.
I have no idea what's going on, nor do I want to know what's going on anymore. And did Fred stop being a zombie thing? I don't even know. Yes, Fred stopped. I don't know.
He was a zombie thing. He kind of gave himself up. He's now dead, proper dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Scrappy. I don't know. It's just this whole thing was just. It felt like it never should have existed because it feels like it just attacked my childhood, and I do not appreciate it. So, yeah, okay. The artwork was great. I actually did really enjoy the artwork besides the melting gummy bear man.
Mhm.
But besides that, I like the artwork. I like the little monster thing. I don't know his name. The Iceman. I even liked Fred as a zombie. I don't like him not being a zombie. But yeah, and besides all the characters not acting like themselves throughout the entire series, yeah, I don't even know where I'm going with this anymore.
Yeah, it's just I think the minute like Scrappy Doo was not Scrappy Doo, my heart broke.
Yeah, he's like this weird, I don't even know what it is. This whole thing just makes me sad, and I don't want to look at it anymore. Thanks, Tracy. But
It's over now. It's over now. That's why I
that
did
is
it.
the only thing that consoles me. It's not over.
Sorry, Scooby Doo fans. Sorry. Sorry.
I'll just watch the cartoon again.
Yeah, so Tracy's apologising to Scooby Doo fans. What I'd potentially suggest is there's hardly any Scooby Doo in this book, so you're fine. It's the one character that doesn't appear on more than one page. It's unbelievable. I only read this book where it pops up on the review schedule. As such, very much like Freyja, I have no interest in what's going on in this book. But thanks to the absolutely huge amount of exposition that is in this issue, you get caught up pretty quick. It's like 6 pages of this stuff. Oh, well, you did this, no, you did that, and you did this, and this is what happened. It's like, if anybody's wanting to find out anything that actually progresses in the story, just skip to the last, third of the book where stuff actually happens. The rest of it's just telling you what's already happened. And if you have stuck around for the previous 35 issues, then you already know. That's fine. It's funny because I really like J.M. DeMatteis as a writer. I think some of his stuff has been fantastic across the boards, whether it be Marvel, whether it be DC on Justice League Dark, or whether it's been some of his independent stuff. I think that this comic book is a joke with a punchline that is waited too long. The resolution between Velma and Shaggy, considering they're supposed to be in this whole sort of like screwed up love place, happens in like one panel. Like, oh, I was jealous. Yes, I wasn't pushing you away. Oh, I love you. Yeah, I love you more. And that's kind of it. Done. It's like, ooh, great, cool. And on top of that, as I said, there's not that much Scooby Doo, although they do eat pizza and stuff, which is
that's the happiest panels of the things where they're like celebrating to pizza.
Yeah. The art by Pat Olive, who I liked way back when on Nomad years ago. I agree with Freya. Works in places. I think it's actually the colours by Hi-Fi that give the book a more mature look than I expected it to be. If that's a shout, I'm not sure. It's one of those Hanna-Barbera things that didn't interest me from the start. No matter how much Tracy pushed us in the middle, I wasn't that interested. Now that it's over, at least I don't have to look at another book. That said, sorry, Tracy. That said, if you are a fan of this book, then I'm sure you'll get a kick out of it. Suffice it to say, with it being the final issue, it's the wrong book to pick as a jumping on point.
Or maybe not, because you basically get everything.
Whatever. That's cool. Right. From one crazy comedy book to another. Hooray! Freya, Red Hood next for you, I think. Or Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman next, definitely. For this, we have Wonder Twins #3, written by Mark Russell, art by Stephen Byrne, letters by Dave Sharp. Freya, why, for the love of everything that is holy, did you pick this?
Because I wanted to mess with you.
Right. Next time, it's Green Lantern, it's Wonder Woman, it's Supergirl. That's it. The gloves are off. Bring it on.
You say this every week, Johnny.
That's
every week.
That's it. That's it. It's done. It's written in stone. Unless the audio guy comes out and edits my words, those are the books that we're doing.
Okay, we'll be nice to the audio guy then, for once.
Well, okay. So overall, I think
I like the way you're laughing, and the funniest thing about this book is you're laughing at me about it, not about the book. It's crazy.
So I do enjoy the artwork. The artwork's I like the style. I like honestly, everything about it except for the fact that Superman looks like a prepubescent little boy. But besides that, everything else looks great. I like Gleek. Wonder Twins were not exactly my favorite heroes ever, but they're still better than Wonder Woman. No, I'm joking.
Freya's fighting words.
No, I take it back. I'm sorry.
Okay.
But I actually kind of enjoyed this in a sense that it feels like the book is meant to be satirical. Yeah, it's supposed to be ridiculous, and I can appreciate that. And it's if you go through it either drunk or just out of your mind, you'll really like this book because it's just it's chaos. It feels like God, what was that show? It feels like an episode
on the Lonely
No, yeah, kind of. What was that superhero?
Hong Kong Philly.
No, he was an electrical one. Crap, what was his name? I even have the theme song going in my head, but I can't. Freakazoid. It seems like a Freakazoid episode. It's just kind of like ridiculous in all senses of the word. It's just, I mean, who gets defeated by a monkey? I mean, he's not even like
a monkey with PTSD.
I know it's a monkey with PTSD, but come on, and who lets it's just the whole thing's kind of ridiculous, and so yeah, in the sense that this is just a silly book, with good art, I would recommend it. But if we're looking for something more serious and adult, don't touch it.
This is very much a children's book, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I my favorite part of this book was, my nemesis, been defeated by my nemesis, the plastic bag.
Funny enough, that's exactly what I've written. I was like, yeah, I could go with that. That's a bit of a funny thing.
I was like, okay. I was like, yes. Who saves the day? Who saves the day? The monkey with PTSD saves the day. Oh man, let's ride. We're watering sharks now. Oh man. I actually enjoyed this book. But I would.
Were you high at the time?
No.
Smoking stuff from plastic bags?
No. I did take my medication, though, just before.
All right.
I like stupid books, and this is a stupid book. I'm not going to read any more of it, but I the monkey, with his night terrors, thinking back about how he was mistreated, and then he was able to make those jumps because he just loves the Wonder Twins so much. Yeah. Beautiful.
I'm just
It's
wary
like
because
Shakespeare.
Shakespeare. Hark! Is this a monkey I see before me? Oh my god! Oh my god! It's just too surreal. All right, okay.
Cerebral, not surreal.
No, it's not cerebral in any shape, way, form, accent, no whatever. All right, okay. All right, serious head on. Let's be professional about this. I actually really like. Yeah, it's gonna be hard. I'm gonna earn my chops on this one. I like the alternative cover, where you've got the girl Wonder Twin. Is that Jan? No, Zanya. What do you call the girl one?
The girl Wonder Twin.
I know it's like you guys have read this book and you still can't help me out. Great.
The girl Wonder Twin and the boy Wonder Twin, who has the monkey.
So it's Jan, yeah?
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Jan, yeah. Thank you. I think the picture with the arm for the wing for an arm looks really good. I think that works. The book isn't aimed at me in any way, shape, form whatsoever. It's not. There were certain bits I laughed. The plastic bag thing was funny. I kind of like got it and stuff. Other than that, everybody else, it's just, it's everything that's wrong. No, that's wrong. I can't say that. What I will say is that it's aimed at the kids, so they don't have to put a lot of thought into this, that, and the other. The Lex's plan and all that sort of stuff kind of go by the wayside. I'm a little bit disappointed because when I was a kid, you just read standard comic books. You didn't have to read kid-friendly comic books. So I don't know why we suddenly feel the urge to have to dumb down comic books to get kids involved in them.
Because we live in a world that's so goddamn PC that children are now becoming very easily offended, and it has to be something that's easy to do and easy access so that it's not offending any genre. Unfortunately, that's the world we live in.
But surely the monkey is in danger all the way through. Does that not get like some animal activists all sort of like that?
No, because they don't become animal activists till they're teenagers.
Alright, okay, cool.
Then that's when they become vegan hipsters.
Alright, okay. Well, each to their own. What I will say is that whilst there's a level of humour in this book, I will go out and say right now that Jan, Jason, and Blip from Space Ghost were way better at this sort of crap than these are. Let's have a Space Ghost, okay? There's a space. You don't need to. You've got rid of Scooby Doo. There's a space on the schedule. Go for it.
True that. You should write it.
Yeah. Space Ghost. I am so there.
Yeah, you are.
Oh, dear me. Can't believe you guys made me read this. This is mutiny. It's mutiny.
No. It's called
I can hear you laughing.
We know how to play. We know how to play the game.
Alright, okay.
Yeah.
Fine. Freya. Gloves are off. That's all I'm saying. Gloves are off.
Bring it on, Johnny.
Alright, okay. The second final issue to hit the racks is Titan number 36, written by Dan Abnett, art by Bruno Redondo, colours by Marcelo Maiolo, and letters by Dave Sharp. Who wants to kick this off? Anyone? Go on. Well, you said
Raven. I'm sorry, but it was...
Don't fight all at once.
Yeah, I know. No. Right, okay. They did the whole, back and forth, then and now, just so this is why she has to do what she has to do and all this. But it was really a non-issue book. There was nothing in it in any way, there was no story. All of a sudden they're all there trying to fight the big red, and you're like, okay, and then she bursts it, and she saves it didn't, to me, it seemed like it was a bit mishmash. There was no real ending, as in panel wise. It didn't look anything. It was just all of a sudden, boom, there's your last page. Beast Boy is saved and he's back to the way he was. He's as cute as ever. And we all live happily ever after. Didn't really think it was a good way to finish the Teen Titans season or series or whatever. But that's just my opinion.
Okay. Freya?
Ooh. Can I just say I kind of do like this version of Raven though? Like, I don't know. It's better than some of the ones we've been getting lately, is what I'm thinking, Just my opinion. I like her better than some of the other ones, but that doesn't mean much, to be perfectly honest.
Look, that's the thing though. Raven is such an amazing character that she could have such depth of character, and every time they just miss completely with her, and it just makes me so sad that this amazing character who has so many things to offer is just being made a kind of like a substitute. She's like the understudy You know, it's not really. She's not really the main stage. She's the understudy, and that annoys me with these
Yeah.
books.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, well, other than that, um, I don't know. It's just I agree with. I didn't feel like this was a conclusion to anything. I mean, it kind of felt like a Deus Ex Machina with Beast Boys. Like, I'm cute again, and I love Beast Boy so much, but
Yeah,
yeah, it's just. And he's adorable, but it kind of felt like, oh, we need to wrap this up real quick. Okay, man, magic, It's just like back to normal, yay! But and everyone's peachy keen, and go celebrate, and they have flowers and fanfare, and woo! It was just kind of it was a letdown, kind of. So
Yeah, there's a flaw in the logic as well in the story. I agree with you, Freya. Start off. I think this version of Raven has been probably the most enjoyable in recent issues. She had her own couple of miniseries that kind of, for me, lost traction somewhere. I don't see. For me, I feel a little bit sorry for Dan Abnett because this book started off with him and Brett Booth, and it was great. It was energetic. It was fun. Then Brett Booth left, and the art took a bit of a sideways skip, and then the whole Source Wall stuff happened. So poor Dan Abnett's kind of like he's stuck on a team that kind of keeps losing its best players. It's like, oh, the best artist's gone. Now we've got this Source Wall thing, and then to make matters worse, we sidelined Dick Grayson because he got shot. It's kind of like seeing people drop and aspects of the book drop one after the other, and what he's left with is this kind of hodgepodge of a series where characters are trying to have to be changed like Beast Boy, depowered like Raven, and then put into awkward positions like Donna. And it doesn't quite work as well as it had in the past. The issue I've got, the plot point, is that the fake world that they're in exists because the author was infected by Source Wall energy. Then they plug the Source Wall energy from seeping in, which therefore takes the power away from Mother Blood. So that means that Beast Boy is no longer affected by Source Wall energy, so it reverts back to normal. But by the same token, the author should also not be affected by Source Wall energy, so then the fictitious world should cease to exist.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of, what's going on?
Nobody thought of that though.
I was like, what? The idea of Raven jumping in to save Beast Boy, pure cliche, pure fun. I expected it to last longer than just, oh, I've jumped in. Oh, now I've got him. There was no sort of like real, I guess, tension to that moment. You knew she was going to get him at some point. Redondo's art is fluid throughout the book, which adds to the chaos factor in the story, but it is inconsistent at times. I don't really mind it because it's still better than a handful of books out there. The idea of being in an alien dimension certainly helped. I've got to say, I feel that DC have kind of given up a little bit on the Titans comic book series because you've got Titans version whatever it is on Netflix and DC Universe, right?
Mm-hmm.
You've got Young Justice on DC Universe, and you've got a Young Justice comic book. Titans and Teen Titans are both getting cancelled. So what's that do with the characters that they've got in there? They're just getting pigeonholed, or are we expecting another darker Titans book to come out down the line?
I would love a darker Titans book to come out down the line.
Who would you have on it?
Oh God, I don't even know. I don't even know where I'd start. I'd like to see fresh meat come in, new, young, like writers who write dark fiction, comic, not even comic book writers, maybe somebody new, some new blood to energize the franchise and make it dark. It doesn't have to be, a PG-13 book. Like it can be darker.
That's a good shout. How about as an idea, Raven as team leader?
Yeah,
with that,
I'd read the shit out of that.
Frey, your thoughts? Would you like to see a Darker Titans book out there?
I would love to see a Darker Titans book. I would even like to see it in the like the black label, dark label.
Okay. Yeah, cool.
I would love, because I'm all for, kids and teens and stuff having comics, but I'm an adult. I want to see some adult things in my comic books as well, as because it's I don't know, it's just something that I've always had issues with some comics, because I'm like, this would be a little bit more tragic or whatnot if it was just had darker themes to it and people stayed dead. People who die stay dead. You don't come back to life naturally, and
Bye, Jason Todd.
Shut up.
Or it's
He's
just
allowed out the Lazarus pit.
Because what's the point of there's no shock and oh no they killed a character, because they're like, oh no they killed a character again. Wonder when he's gonna come back to life. It's not
okay.
I also kind of want grittier. And we were talking about how we want to before, how we would like to see like normal life type of stuff, and Teen Titans would kind of be the perfect thing for that as well, because it could do a lot with stuff like that. But anyway, it's just, I would love for it to be darker, and I mean darker.
Here's an idea then, to see if this floats your boat. Take Justice League Dark, throw it in the Vertigo universe.
Yes.
Dump Wonder Woman from the book.
Woo!
Put Raven in.
Ah.
Raven and Zatanna and Constantine on the same team.
Hell yes. Let's write a strongly worded letter and send it into DC. Let's get a petition. Everybody who's listening to this now, we're going to get a hashtag thing going, right? We want Raven and Justice League Dark, so we'll have to think of some smart ass, hashtag to use, and we'll start getting that out there. I think we could do it, people.
Well, we've got Birds of Prey cancelled, so let's see if we can get a book on the racks there.
Hey, if they're looking for writers, we know a few.
yeah, we could drop a few. So, so there you go. Maybe that's a nice way. I mean, if you think about how the original Titans team, Cyborg and Starfire and their ilk have kind of been thrown across the DC universe and separate teams, then why can't Raven? Sure.
Perfect.
Yeah, definitely. And then that covers off that element. I will say that Justice League Dark's my favorite Justice League book at the moment, even with Wonder Woman.
I mean, I'm not saying much, but
oh,
yeah, maybe.
But is it just because Zatanna's in it, like?
No, see,
yeah.
Justice League Odyssey. I love that. I wanted to love that because it's got Jessica Cruz in it, and she's barely in the damn thing. So, speaking of young Jessica, Justice League versus the Fatal Five is out on digital and is out on Blu-ray and DVD on the 16th of April. Is this something that either of you have seen or are planning to see?
No.
Oh, good. Freya?
I'm sorry. It just doesn't appeal to me.
I have lists of things that I need to do and to watch and to read, so it's on the list. I just don't know when I'm going to get to it.
Well, it's worth being on the list. I've seen it digitally, and I will be purchasing it also when it comes in out on Blu-ray over here. It is definitely, if you're a fan of old school Justice League Unlimited, this is like the same style, the same nuances, the same actors for the Trinity are in there. Jessica is great all the way through. Starboy is great. I'm not ashamed to say that I had a tear in my eye in certain bits. So, I was speaking to Mrs. H, and she was like, "Well, yeah." When I was talking about it, she's watched it. She was like, "Yeah, that was really impressive, that bit." And she's not as keen on Justice League, on Green Lanterns as much as you are, Tracy. It must be a Tracy thing, I guess.
It must be a Tracy thing, yeah. Or maybe she just knows,
Maybe.
when things are shit and stuff.
Oi!
Me and Mrs. H need to have a sit down, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Don't like that. Where that's gonna go. All right. Okay. Has anyone seen Shazam yet?
I'm going to see it on Thursday, so I'm quite excited. I've there's so many mixed reviews about it.
I haven't seen the bad one yet.
I have. I've seen some people like I've walked out of the theater. I was so disappointed, and then I have
Yeah.
loads of people going, "Oh, I went with my kids, and they thought it was great, but I thought it was great too." So I'm going to go. I'll enjoy it. It'll be what it is, and if it's not, I'll just bitch about it online, like everybody else.
Freya, have
mean,
you seen it?
I haven't seen it, but I don't really pay mine to reviews which is ironic considering I'm a reviewer.
Ironic.
Isn't it ironic? Don't you think?
Yeah, because with movies, I like what I like. You know what I can look at someone's review and be like, okay, and I'll still go to see the movie even if they give it like the worst review imaginable. And if I like it, I don't care. I like what I like.
Yeah.
And
I like a good shit movie too. So like it's like when people say it's really bad, sometimes I just go to see if I'm gonna like it.
yeah. So and then sometimes they're right with their reviews, and sometimes I disagree. But their review just an opinion. So
Yeah. Mrs. H is an IMDB follower, so anytime we go to watch something, she's the first to, what does it say on IMDb? I'm like, does it really matter? Just watch it for what it is. Yeah, make your own opinion. But hey ho, that's cool. I, for one, I'm going to say right now that it's not on my list to watch. I don't think it's aimed at me, and I think I'm a little bit too cynical, which is fine. If everyone else is enjoying it, I'm pleased for them. It's good. What I will say that I like the fact that DC are able to do different types of movies. Yeah, so you've got kind of like the dark stuff with the Snyder movies. Then you've got something a little bit crazy like I suppose Suicide Squad. Then you've got Wonder Woman. Then you've got Shazam, and of course the Joker trailer also dropped this week, which looks completely and utterly dark beyond dark. So at least DC recognizing, I guess, from a movie point of view, that not everybody has to have the same tone, which I think is pretty much a knock on the Marvel universe because it is practically swap out the hero and put whoever else is in there, and it's the same sort of vibe. So I think that's good. I think they've done really well with that. Whether it pays off down the road for Joe Blog Cinema Go, I have no idea, but hey ho.
There you go.
Right. Does anybody have anything else they would like to say before we say goodbye?
Just get the old Raven hashtag going, people.
Yeah, we'll try and get that on for the when we publish the pod, so we can get something on. So Freya, Tracy, get your thinking caps on.
Yeah. Even people listening, if you can think of something good, because you guys are amazing out there. Let us know.
Yeah, tag us in outside at the Definitive Crusade. I think where I was there.
Yeah, where are you, mister?
It was too late. And see what we can do about getting that pushed forward. Reverend for Justice League Dark. Sounds like a plan. So that's it for this episode. So join us again in a fortnight. We'll be talking more comic books. Spoilers, there will be a Green Book. There will be a Wonder Book in there. Just saying. Hopefully...
and something really strange that I'll pick. That's a
Josh,
promise.
come back. Please. Josh, come back.
Careful.
Don't let the audio guy win.
Okay, it's okay. I'm
Back, Josh.
friends with the audio guy.
So this is the year and be around in a couple of weeks. Bye.
Hi.
Hi.